Hey, what's up, Silver Stackers? Thank you so much for being here. This is Silver Slayer. If you guys don't know, I am a collector alongside with a stacker. I love silver, but I also do like those high premium coins, semi-numismatic coins, coins that are, a lot more than your average American Eagle or your Britannia. These types of coins I'm talking about could be $100, $200, $300. The other day I bought 3 ounces, 3 coins that I could have got probably 10 to 15 generic rounds with. Silver Slayer, you just said you bought 3 ounces instead of 10 to 15 ounces? Yeah. I mean, and there's some good reasons. First reason is because I like the coins. One of the main things I think people forget is buy what you like. If you buy what you like, you'll never make a bad purchase. Because at the end of the day, regardless if the coin gets a milk spot or doesn't do great, at least you have something you like. It's nice to have fun with stacking sometimes. Just having tubes of eagles over and over and over, or just generics, can be very mundane and boring. Stacking is supposed to be fun. Two, which is and this is the point I made this video, is to help people figure out which coins to get. What are those coins where you might take a bigger risk, but there's also a bigger opportunity to profit from it, because these coins will quadruple, quintuple in price compared to what spot price is moving at. So how do you know which coins to buy? Well, the Morgan, I just bought an MS70 2021 Morgan dollar. Now, this coin in particular is extremely, extremely profitable. It's expensive. It was $200, but maybe I forget, maybe 300. I think it was 200, but yeah, it was like 200. But regardless, the coin has so much potential because of the history. It's the 100th anniversary. Morgans stopped being minted in 1921. They brought it back 100 years later, 2021. That's one big thing. If a coin has a story, especially Morgans, first year the US Mint ever brought the Morgans back, a 2021 version, and most importantly, it's MS70. That is so important when you're getting a coin. If it's a 70, it will triple, quadruple what even a 69 will be. I always buy MS70 or PF70 coins, or gem proof. If you guys don't know, 70 is the highest grade a coin can go. It can't go above 70. If it's a 70, that means it is literally flawless under a magnifying glass or a microscope or whatever. Like, you can't get a better grade than a 70. So if I have a MS70 Morgan, the first year they brought them back, a perfect condition Morgan, which, by the way, Morgans being in perfect condition are non-existent, because even 1921 prior, even previously than that, they're always like a 64, 65, VG plus. You never see that. So I have a perfect condition actual minted Morgan from the US Mint the first year they brought them back. Plus, there was a limited mintage as they brought them back, as the US Mint put a limited mintage also on the Type 1 and Type 2 Eagles. And what makes it even more rare is that they canceled the 2022 Morgan and silver piece dollars. So this coin just has so many things going for it, where in 5-10 years from now, this coin could be worth thousands. I'm not saying that it for sure will, but I could definitely see this coin double, tripling in value within the next 3 to 4 years. I'm not even kidding, especially on eBay. So I have a coin that has a lot of opportunity. But do you see how there were so many factors? The history of it, what the grade was, how rare it is, the story behind it, how they got canceled in 2022 makes it, and it's an early release. My slab says early release, even though those are mine says first strike. But those words don't really mean much. Early release, first strike, there's some other ones they throw on the slabs. Doesn't mean much though. But regardless, that's how you look for coins. A lot of times a coin will be overpriced just because the mint or the maker can overprice it, and people are willing to pay that price even though it shouldn't be worth that. So you got to remember, things I look for is what are the mintage numbers? Just like my PF70 Ultra Cameo Moon Festival Panda, the 2016. There's only a mintage of 1,900 of those coins. But even a less amount are PF70 Ultra Cameo. They also have the gem proof version. So I have the best version of a coin that only has minted from 1900, and the Moon Festival is a very popular collectible series. I also have the 2017 PF70 Ultra Cameo Moon Festival plan, and it comes with the COA, and it's a beautiful looking coin. It's another point I want to bring. Sometimes just because a coin looks cool, it can bring value. Perfect example, the Rwandas. I remember the first time I ever saw a 2017 Rwanda Rooster, I knew I wanted that coin. It was the craziest, most beautiful looking coin I've ever seen. And now look at that coin. Goes for, you can get them for up to $100 just from the 2020 version. I mean, sometimes just because a coin looks cool, it can make it valuable. The Queen's Beast series. If you can collect sets or series, that's another great way. The Lunar Series 2, my favorite series, even the Lunar Series 1. If you can get in something like that, the Queen's Beast series, America the Beautiful, sets and series also are a great way. If you can collect the entire series or the entire set and sell it as one, as a whole listing, as one, the complete set, that is an incredible way to invest into, or at least use your money wisely, investing into some higher costing stuff. There's another saying, though, that I want to throw out to stackers: pay for the coin, not the slab. Now, the coins I just talked about, that wouldn't go with, because these types of coins, I gave you very good reasons why they will profit. But if you're gonna buy an MS69 2022 like Panda or something, or Britannia, that's so silly. You should never do that. Never buy an MS69 or 68 coin that's new, because I could buy the raw 2022 Britannia or Panda from Bullion Max or AppMax or wherever. I could get just the raw coin, then I could send it into NGC or PCGS. They would grade it and probably give it back to me at a 69, and then I can go sell it as the slabbed version for double the money. Like, pay for the coin, not the slab. Now, that saying doesn't stick with everything, because like I said, the other coin I bought was it was what was it, a guilt, it was another Panda. I think it was like a anniversary or something. Yeah, it was the what was it, the AMA Coin Festival or something along those lines. But I have another one of those as well. You always, once you start stacking for a while, you'll start to understand what coins do have opportunity. The other thing you got to remember, though, is the risk involved. I paid, $200 for that 2021 Morgan. But since it's an MS70, if that coin gets a milk spot on it, that's not an MS70 coin anymore. I can't sell it as if it was the coin without the milk spot. That's the risky part. That's where you will lose money, is if you buy a slabbed coin that's a perfect condition and then it gets milk spotted or tarnished or whatever. Sometimes tarnished doesn't matter, but, and that could even go with coins that aren't slabbed. Even if you get just a raw coin, it's a really nice coin, but it gets scratched or a finger smudge, that could definitely damage the potential or the profit you can get back. Morgans are a tricky market, especially just raw Morgans, dating 1921 to previous. You have to know each year how many were minted, because every single year of the Morgans are very, very different. Some years minted very, very low. Some years there's millions of them. Also determining the mint. Carson City, definitely one of the more rare mints, has a CC on it. But if you don't know that and you get it from the Philadelphia mint and you're paying the price of a Carson City, you're getting ripped off. So if you don't know this stuff, don't go into that avenue. You have to understand. You have to be able to, and that's why, another reason why I tell beginners, just buy the most basic generic stuff you can at first to get weight, and then over the time, as you're adding weight, you're starting to learn about these markets. you know I didn't learn all this stuff I just told you in this video overnight, so imagine me jumping into these markets without knowing anything that I just told you. Do you think I'm going to make some as good of choices as I would nowadays, now that I do understand the markets? and that's why I try to make videos like this, because a lot of people are going to buy coins that aren't worth that price. Just because a coin is priced at something doesn't mean it's worth that much. You have to know this stuff. I probably just gave you this is probably honestly like if I would have seen one of these videos, like this video, if I would have watched this video that I just made when I first started stacking, I would have saved myself so much money and I would have avoided so many bad purchases. I mean, I don't regret it because I learn from every purchase. I'll give you an example of one of my worst purchases. Um, when I first started out, I've always liked pandas, and I bought a PCGS. The only time I ever bought a PCGS, it was an MS70 2013 Panda on eBay. I love pandas. The 2013 version in particular is pretty collectible because there's three pandas drinking out of this little pond. Only year that there's three pandas on the coin drives collectability to it. So I wanted an MS70 version. Now on the eBay listing, there was I think two or three pictures, and each of the pictures they were nice, but now that I look back, there were specific things that the guy was doing with the camera lighting to not show. There was a milk spot on the coin, and he kind of he used camera tricks to not show the milk spot. That coin wasn't an MS70 2013 Panda anymore. It says it on the slab, but that's not. There's a milk spot on it. I might as well bust that coin out of the slab and just sell it as a 1 ounce Panda, with no grade attached to it. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Where there's risk, there's reward. But if you're a beginner, you are definitely throwing a lot more risk out there. Bullion coins, numismatic coins, exact opposite. Exact opposite. Bullion sold it just for the metal content, no collectability. That's why it's called bullion. Numismatic is the exact opposite. Nothing about the metal content, only the collectability. Numismatic coins a lot of times aren't even gold or silver. It's just the collectability. So a semi-numismatic coin is sold for the metal content, but also a little bit of collectability. That's why it's called a semi-numismatic coin. It is semi-numismatic. That's your coins like pandas and kookaburras, where yes, there's 1 ounce of silver and people buy it for that, but these coins also have very low mintage numbers. Kookaburras minted 300 to 500,000 per year. Pandas around 8 million per year. Where you have American Eagles 10, 20, 30, 40 million per year. That's not rare. That's not scarce. So, that's why nowadays, I was about to say that's why there's no premium attached. But nowadays there is. It's so funny saying to even think that American Eagles used to be the most bottom of the barrel, cheapest coin you can get, and now they're the most pricey. But, the whole point is that semi-numismatic, aka high premium silver, even though nowadays all silver's high premium, that's what you really got to be careful with, because if you don't understand the collectability factor, how collectible it is, a lot of people will rip you off. They'll just completely overprice a coin that should not be worth that much. So you have to know what to look for. Like I mentioned, it could be some type of historical value, something that makes it rare, for whether it's a key date, whether it's a very low mintage number, whether it's the grade, whether it's a set or a series, whether just something very random happens that year that just makes it different. Just like the 2021 Morgan. Now that they canceled the 2022 Morgans, and there's a lot of controversy around it, and they canceled the 2022 Morgan and silver piece dollars because of the silver shortage, and I quote, because the lack of silver, that just brings more controversy, meaning that since I have the first year they brought them back, and they didn't bring them back till 2023, if they do, just makes the coin even more rare, more sought after. I have the 100th anniversary of a coin that they stopped making in 1921, the first year they brought it back. There is no MS70 Morgan piece dollar from back in the day. I have one of the only in the world MS70 Morgan piece, or Morgan silver dollars, sorry. See how I'm thinking ahead? Anytime I buy a coin, I think, how am I going to be able to sell that coin before I even buy it? And that's why I've been able to make some pretty profitable purchases on expensive coins. That's why I also do buy expensive coins. If I didn't know this stuff, I wouldn't be buying them. So hopefully now that you know these tips, you can make some good purchases as well. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. I definitely think this was a very educational video. I didn't have anything planned. I kind of just wanted to talk, and I think sometimes that's the best way to make videos. It's because I was able to branch off with so many points, and I think I did cover all the different bases and everything you need to know. So yeah, like I said, I wish I would have seen a video like this when I first started out. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give this video a like if you think it's worthy of a like. And if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Be doing a big giveaway soon. I post daily videos, lots of different stuff as well. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.